I'm Tracy Baxter with today's edition of Record News Watch. Fire sirens sounded in some local communities early this morning, but not for fires. Volunteers were being called out to help deal with serious flooding that prompted states of emergency to be declared in at least 3 area towns. More than 30 roads were closed in Orange County alone. In the town of Deer Park, close to a dozen roads were flooded out, leading to a series of mandatory and voluntary evacuations. In one case, emergency personnel used a fan boat to rescue 2 elderly women who were stranded inside their home off Route 209 in Huguenot. County Route 61 in Westbrookville was another area road shut down as the nearby Pinekill Creek overflowed its banks, turning some homes, like Barbara Scholz's residence, into an island. The Pinekill overflow cut off the adjacent Deer Park Manor development during the early morning hours. Manor resident Dominic Rodano was among those stranded.
I was going to go to work, and then we got a call at the school. The school district was closed due to the water. So then they said Deer Park was in a state of emergency. So I called the state trooper, and he said, "Yep, unless you're a fireman or a police, do not go on the roads." So I called my boss and let them know what was going on. So I hope they understand what's going on over there, because I can't go to port. I work in port, and there's no way I can get to port now.
The hardest hit residence in Deer Park Manor was probably the home of Frank and Alice Bigger, where rushing floodwaters caused extensive damage. The Biggers have lived in the manor for more than 40 years. They say they've become frequent flooding victims because the Pinekill hasn't been dredged.
Like 30 years ago, they dredged out the kill over there, and we haven't had water in almost 30-some years, until now the dredge, it's filled up again, and it's just overflowing. Plus our drains here are all clogged up, and the water's coming in. And we got about a foot in the cellar, and down our rec room, it ruined our rec room. There's water in there about 2 inches. Because of the Deer Park state of emergency, schools in the Port Jervis district were closed today, with the high school serving as a shelter. A state of emergency was also declared in the town of Warwick because of several washed out roads. In Ulster County, at least 8 roads were closed because of flooding along the Wallkill River, as well as the Roundout and Schoharie Creeks. Communities reporting flooding included Tilson, Rosendale, Accord, Gardner, and New Paltz. State of emergency was declared in the town of Shandaken, and a shelter was opened at the Bel Air Ski Center. Now, to stay on top of the flooding situation, keep clicking here at Record Online for the very latest developments. In other news, in Sullivan County, police have charged the Monticello man with first-degree rape for sexually assaulting a physically helpless woman back in December. Police connected 22-year-old Brian Aldana to the attack through DNA. His DNA profile had been on file from a previous felony drug sale conviction in Orange County. Aldana is being held without bail in Sullivan County Jail. Police say the rape occurred in a Monticello residence. And in Orange County, a Goshen man faces a felony charge for possessing child pornography. 32-year-old David Cooper was taken into custody following a state police investigation. State police searched his Pulaski Highway home and seized computers, DVDs, CDs, and SD cards. Cooper was released pending an upcoming appearance in town of Goshen court. Well, thankfully, there is no rain in our weekend forecast, and that should allow us to dry out a little. Tomorrow will be mostly cloudy with some breaks of sun. The highs will be around 50 degrees. A mix of sun and clouds on Sunday, with the highs in the upper 40s and low 50s. To get the latest information on the area flooding and the earthquake in Japan, keep checking back here at Record Online, and of course get complete details on those major stories in the weekend editions of the Times-Herald Record. For Record News Watch, I'm Tracy Baxter.